Welcome to this video where I'm going to show you the 3 things that I use to sell in the category of one. Selling in a category of one is a game changer because it means that I have no competition. Nobody's in my lane. I got a lot of space over here. I can move around and do the things that I want to do as a business owner. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to sell in the category of one. Let's get into it. I think when people hear sell in the category of one, they literally think about selling without competition. And yes, that's a big part of it. Like the thing that I want to focus on is your unique value proposition. That's what makes you stand apart and separate you from the millions of other agents in your area. You have to understand fundamentally that when you go into business, you're going to be in business with people that are I see it every day, that are crushing it, that are doing 10 times better than you, that have more sales, more volume. So if you're in competition with them, it might make sense to say, okay, how do I gain a competitive advantage over those people? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And it's going to be very practical for you. It's something that you can implement in what you're doing. So let me just start by saying my name is Chizette Cowan. I'm the CEO of Real Estate. I sell in the category one, always have. And that is what really set me apart when I came into real estate and helped me do so many transactions my second year. It's because I never really looked at what other people were doing. I'm like, no, what is my sauce? So I'm going to tell you the 3 things that I focused on to sell in the category one. And I'll tell you a little bit of story about how I got to that point. All right. So what are your transferable skills? Number one, what are your transferable skills? That is essential. And when I say it is essential, like your transferable skills set you apart hand over foot because guess what? Nobody has the resume that you have. Let me give you an example of how this works for me in real estate. I have a background in sales and marketing. I've always sold insurance, a product, right? So because I've always sold a product, I've always focused on my unique selling proposition. So when I came into real estate, I didn't come into real estate saying, okay, let me figure out how to sell real estate better than other people. No, I have product sales experience. How did I position our product to win over other competitors in a crowded marketplace? And I did that by focusing on what I had to offer as far as skill set. So here's what I mean. I don't look at real estate like the average person looks at real estate. Here's why. I don't care about your countertops. I care about your house as an asset. Is it going to make you money now? Is it going to make you money in the future? Is it going to set you up to start ancillary businesses or to pull out equity and start your own life and fund your dream? I care about your house in a business capacity. One of the first things I did to stand out in the marketplace, I stopped talking to people about real estate and I started talking to them about business. Why? That's my value. I have a background in business. I could talk to you about profit and losses, P&L, because I did that structurally for a sales and marketing company. So I brought that to the real estate game. I didn't try to sell like other people. I came to people's houses, especially with sellers. This is why my seller presentation has been so strong. Straight like that. I ain't talking to you about your house. Your house is an asset. Here's what I've discovered about your asset. Here's the advantage points about your asset. Here's the weaknesses about your asset. Here's what this advantage is going to net you money wise. And I started talking money with them, going over a P&L. If we don't mitigate this risk, then we're going to do this. These sellers ate that up, baby, because everybody was talking to them about, oh, I'm nice, I'm friendly, I'm available, I do good business. If you want to make money, I'm the person you hire. And one lady said to me, well, I found a realtor that I click better with. And I said, okay, so do you want me to be friends or do you want to make money? Right? Like hands down, I got them every time because I didn't come in trying to be like everybody else. And I get it, in a new industry, that's the propensity to do that is high. What I'm telling you is when you make a decision that I'm going to sell in a category one, all your transferable skills become part of your sales package. They become part of your sales identity and they become what set you apart. So when I said selling in the category one, when I'm sitting down with other agents and I'm going toe to toe, getting a client to choose me over them, what I'm starting with is I am a businesswoman. I do business. I track profit. I track losses. I mitigate your losses in your business. Your house is a business. You just don't have a formal LLC. But anywhere is money coming in, money going out, we got a business here. I was teaching them stuff. I had them wanting to start businesses. So they were working with me just because they wanted to know more about business. So always remember, what are your transferable skills? Find a way to incorporate that into your business. Number 2, What is your unique perception or mindset? And when I say unique perception or mindset, here's what I mean by that. Remember, I told you even when I was working with buyers, when I met a buyer and a buyer said to me, "Oh, Chizette, we just want to be so happy in our house," I always back that up. Let me tell you, I'm a business owner. I help people create profit and loss. I help people create profit and mitigate loss in their life and in their business. I'm going to help you buy a house that you absolutely love. However, I need you not to look at things that don't matter and things that are going to set you up for success. For real estate is the quickest way to build wealth. Do you want to build wealth? Yes, we want to build wealth. Okay, if I can show you how to buy a house and use that house to build wealth, would you hire me? Absolutely. Other agents ain't talking to them like that. Other agents are talking to them like, "Oh, I have good negotiation skills. I have this." Okay, you do that. But guess what? The people that are my tribe, they wanted to talk about business, baby. They wanted to talk about money. So when I started talking to them, like really breaking down, if you buy this house this year at 250,000 and you keep it for 2 years with the growth pattern because I clock the areas that I service with the growth pattern that I'm projecting, if you get a 6% increase in equity, you'll have $50,000 in equity. You can rent this out. You'll make X amount of dollars per month. And in 10 years, you'll be able to have this paid off, have money for your kids to go to college, and you will have been able to duplicate this 3 times. Oh, they all ears, baby. What I'm saying is we all have that. Do you have a marketing background? Do you have a sales background? Do you have an operations background? If you have an operations background, which I can't really say I do, but I'm like, I would set up a whole tech platform for them because some people really love that. Your people are going to flock to you based on what your unique perception is, and does it match and mirror theirs, right? So the last thing to sell in a category of one is, who were you created to be? This is the big one. Who did God create you to be? Fundamentally at the core, who are you? What is it that you love to do? How do you look at things? How do you look at life? Because that's going to be the thing that sets you apart. For example, me, one of the things that I look for in everyday life now is how to make people grow. I am obsessed with people's growth, right? Anybody around me will tell you, if you around me, you're going to be different. And I don't even try to. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's God in me. It's not me trying to. So when I'm around my clients, I focus on helping them grow. Not because I want to get something out of it, because fundamentally at the core, that's what I was created to do. I have the gift of faith. I can help people see things that they can't see on their own. So when I'm around people, I speak into their lives. And now real estate has taken on a whole nother personality for me, because now it's not just about the money. I'm living out my purpose and creating a business that funds not run my life. And I like to, so when I'm coaching agents, I always want to know, who are you? I don't want to know I don't want you to try to compete with other people in the industry. Because then here's the thing. If there's competition, let's just use Downy and Tide, right? Or Tide and Ajax, like soap to wash your clothes with. If there is two of a kind, the person's gonna go whatever's cheaper. I ain't always the cheapest, right? I'm not taking your listed at 5%. I'm taking it at 6, maybe even 7. So what I'm saying is, if the only way for me to demand my value is to not have a lot to compare me to. What other real estate agent is coming to your house with a profit and loss statement? And I'll show you my profit and loss statement from my business to show you how serious I am about profit and loss. By the time I finish going through that with them, talking to them about revenue versus income and profit and everything, they be like, where do I sign up at? I don't even have to do much else after that, because that's what happens when you sell in a category one. If you're a new agent, this is how you're going to stand out in a crowded marketplace, not trying to learn more about sales skills. You do want to do that. I'm not saying that that is something that you should not do. You absolutely should. But make sure you're funneling what you learn through these three principles, or these three mindsets that will help you sell in a category one. That's how you're going to crush it in real estate. Friends, I hope you got some value out of that video. That was probably one of the best videos I've created this year so far, because it's about you as a person. It's about understanding who you were created to be in business. What are your unique talents, gifts, and abilities? And then how do you portray that to the person in front of you as a sales advantage and set yourself apart so you can sell in the category of one. Listen, I could do this all day. But part of the modules in our CEO of Real Estate is helping you develop your unique value proposition so that you can sell in the category one. If you are looking to really just take your sales experience to the next level and learn some of these skills that I talked about in this video, I would love to have you book a one-on-one consultation strategy. This is going to really help you identify and hone in on what are your unique value propositions. And I can help you by listening. Like I asked for your resume, if we're working on sales skills, your resume, your background information, because all of that is transferable skill set that when we get into real estate, we just push it to the side. No, all the things that I've learned up to now help me be successful in my real estate business, and yours should do the same. If you need strategy, click the link in the bio and let's connect.